Good afternoon and welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. My name is Maria. I am a community organizer and youth coordinator at SOC, and I will be your host for today. Just give me a second while I welcome our Spanish-speaking guest. Muy buenas tardes y bienvenidos a 3 en punto con SOC. Mi nombre es María, soy una organizadora de la comunidad y coordinadora del grupo de jóvenes con SOC. Hoy nuestro programa es en inglés, pero ofrecemos traducciones al español. Para escuchar la traducción, puede llamar al número que aparece en la pantalla, que es 646-749-3122, y la contraseña es 779-328-221. Okay, so we're going to continue with our show and with some other reminders. There is a link to our past recorded episodes on our Facebook and YouTube page, so feel free to check those out. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to our staff. Today we have Marlene producing and Travis doing comments. And another reminder to complete our SOC survey. We want to hear your thoughts and opinions on our forum. We're also open to any suggestions or topics you'd like to see on here. And then all of the SOC staff is working virtually from home. That is why you see us on the screen without masks at this time. Although we are working from home, SOC is still here for you. You can reach us via email at soc@socmilwaukee.org or call us at 414-672-8090. You can also check out our website at socmilwaukee.org. Lastly, I'd like to share a disclaimer that the views and opinions shared today do not necessarily reflect those of SOC. Before I continue with our announcements, I'd like to invite you all to comment so that we can get an idea of who's all here with us today. So I see that most of the youth is watching. Thank you guys for commenting. Hello, Kimberly, Jasmine, Leroy, Ariana, Angel. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to continue with some announcements. So as you all know, today is our Youth Organizing Day. For our special segment, we will have two of our youth organizers, Jasmine Ruiz and Isaiah Smith, presenting on a historical figure in honor of Black History Month. But before we move forward with the main guest section and the presentations, I'd like to go over what the rest of the week looks like for our forum. So Wednesday, that's tomorrow, our Spanish day, we'll have Michelle Crane, the Director of Marketing and Business Development at Menominee Valley Partners. And Thursday, it's our COVID-19 day, so we'll have Claire Evers, Deputy Commissioner of Environmental Health and from the Public Health Department. And then Friday is our Community Organizing and Leadership Day. We hope you can all join us the rest of the week and get more information from all the amazing guests we have booked. So now it's time for our main guest segment, which are our presentations from the youth. So please tune in as our youth present on a historical figure for Black History Month.
And a slideshow of Duke Ellington for Black History Month. Duke Ellington's early life. Born Kennedy Edwards Ellington on April 29, 1899, in Washington, D.C. From an early age, he loved music, and when he was 4 years old, he listened to his mother play a popular piano tune called The Rosary, and he cried, saying it was pretty, so pretty. Not long after that, at the age of 7, he began to play the piano himself. Inspired by his job as a soda jerk, he wrote his first composition, Soda Fountain Rag, at the age of 15. And I'm going to sample some of that song to you. Despite being awarded an art scholarship to the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, Ellington followed his passion for ragtime and began to play professionally at the age of 17. Duke's career. Duke was an American composer, pianist, and leader of jazz orchestra, which he led from 1923 until his death, a career spanning more than 6 decades. Making his name as a piano player in Washington, D.C., Ellington started to compose his own music. In 1923, he moved to New York, and following year formed his own band, the Washingtonians. By 1927, Ellington's band had found a small base of fans and secured an engagement at Harlem's famous Cotton Club, which was a bar for only white people. Duke's love for music. Leading and anchoring his ever-evolving band for half a century, Ellington showed how the American orchestra could achieve a perfect balance of music that was both shaped by the composer while also birthed on the spot by the musicians, while also creating art that swung relentlessly while also achieving heights of emotional engagement. Going places. Ellington composed and recorded and appeared in a film short like 1935 Symphony in Black as himself. He traveled the world with his orchestra, at first performing in the UK in the 1930s. Later, Ellington continued to perform on behalf of the U.S. State Department as jazz ambassador in the 1960s and 70s. Audiences such as India, Syria, Turkey, Ethiopia, and Zambia were given the opportunity to hear and dance to Ellington's compositions. And this was Ellington in India. Beliefs. Ellington used his creative musical talents against the racist beliefs that African Americans were inferior or unintelligent. His diverse and wide-ranging catalog of music demanded the kind of serious attention and respect that had previously only been reserved for elite white composers of classical music. Goodbye, Mr. Ellington. Duke passed away May 24, 1974. He was 75 years old in New York City. He died at Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center in New York City of lung cancer after pneumonia set in.
Hey, my name is Jasmine, and I'm a youth organizer with SOC. Today, I will be presenting on the life of Marsha P. Johnson in honor of Black History Month. Marsha P. Johnson. Who is she? She was known as Malcolm Michaels Jr., born on August 24, 1945, and died on July 6, 1996. Died at the age of 46. She is the fifth child out of seven, a leader LGBTQ plus community, an American gay liberation activist, and self-identified as drag queen. The P in her name stands for Pay No Mind. How did it start? Started wearing dresses at the age of 5, but she stopped because she was being harassed by boys who lived nearby. In 1992, she had an interview described being a victim of sexual assault by an adolescent boy. After the assault, she described the idea of being gay as some sort of dream instead of something that seemed possible. Johnson's mother also said being homosexual is like being lower than a dog. Decided to stay sexually inactive until she left for New York at the age of 17. How was her life? She lived on the streets and was engaged in survival sex, arrested over 100 times, walked naked up Christopher Street after she was stripped naked and threw all her clothes into the Hudson River as an offering to Neptune. Got up the sea. Because of this, she was taken away for 2 to 3 months to be treated with medication. How did she die? Body found in the Hudson River 6 days after she was reported missing. Johnson's death was caused by suicide. Her body was discovered floating in the Hudson River. Johnson's friends insisted it was not a suicide. There was evidence that the back of Johnson's head had a massive wound. Next, I'm going to show you a trailer of her Netflix documentary. You could always watch more if you're interested in learning more about her.
I want to say it was the 4th of July. We were going to meet at midnight, but she never showed up. She was in danger.
I was there when they pulled her out. Marsha was so full of life.
Marsha P. Johnson is the Rosa Parks of the LGBT movement.
Darling, I want my gay rights now!
Her case has been cold for 25 years. I'm calling from the Anti-Violence Project here in New York City. I want to try to give Marsha justice.
Marsha! Marsha!
Street people and the drag queens were the vanguard of the movement. Stonewall, Marsha and I fought the cops off.
We were in the streets turning out cars.
The movement started the next day.
Marsha was famous all around the world, but even famous people, cases go cold. This is her case.
It's hard for me to believe that she would commit suicide.
A lot of people think it was a murder.
Marsha had a fear about the mafia.
Something's wrong. We keep on running into a brick wall.
You a private investigator?
No.
Don't play detective yourself, all right? Leave this to the people that should handle it.
We want justice here! To find out who the hell murdered Marsha!
I have been beaten. I have been thrown in jail. I have lost my job for gay liberation. Revolution now!
I don't bite my tongue for nobody, which can get you murdered, you know.
The police just brush it off.
I'll get to the bottom of it. There's a massive number of trans women who have been murdered. And they're yelling out from their graves for justice.
Thank you to Isaiah and Jasmine for their presentations on two very important Black historical figures, Duke Ellington and Marsha P. Johnson. Please tune in on Tuesdays for the rest of the month as the rest of our youth present in honor of Black History Month. So I'll continue with some viewer engagements to see who's all here. I see that Lucas is now watching with us. Hi, Lucas. And Isaiah, hello. Please keep commenting if you are here with us. So next I will have Marlene with a COVID-19 update. Just give us a second while we try to figure that out. We can move on to our civic update in the meantime while Marlene gets that figured out for us.
Hey everyone. So I know that with the wildness of the presidential election, then the storming of the Capitol that happened afterwards as election results were getting certified, and finally the inauguration of Joe Biden on January 20th. With all of that, it's really hard to believe that there's already another election that's going to happen very soon. So the first election of 2021 is upon us, the spring 2021 election. And there's going to be a number of positions on the ballot that are very important to us locally. And, you know, like the school board is going to be on the ballot in April for the SOC district and in a number of Southside districts, actually. But I want to focus on the primary election right now that's happening February 16th. And actually, early voting is already happening for this primary election on February 16th right now at City Hall. So from now until February 12th, you can early vote at City Hall. And I am going to go over right now what's on that ballot. Because for the SOC district, it's only one position that's really important for this primary. And then the following election in April will have more positions on the ballot. So I will just go over what you can expect for this primary ballot. And that is the State Superintendent of Public Instruction. So what is that? What is the State Superintendent of Public Instruction? They head the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. They oversee public schools and libraries. They seek and promote ways to improve schools. They evaluate the performance of schools. And they're elected to serve a 4-year term in a nonpartisan office. So it's a nonpartisan office with no term limit. So they head the Department of Public Instruction, but what does this department do? The Department of Public Instruction provides guidance and technical support to public schools. It reviews and approves library staff, school administrators, and educator training programs and licenses. It also ensures that school districts meet their responsibilities to students with disabilities. They also propose a state education budget to the governor and distribute funding to public schools and libraries. And finally, in addition to many other things, they administer the Wisconsin Educational Services Program for the deaf and hard of hearing. And so moving on with that, the State Superintendent of Public Instruction makes an impact on Wisconsinites' lives because their decisions impact things like school curriculum choices, the education of children with disabilities, the quality of our educators, the different resources provided to us by the public library, and other educational opportunities for students. And the League of Women Voters has a number of different resources on their website, and especially through vote411.org, so that it can help you decide who to vote for. You want to decide what you're looking for in a candidate. So some things you can ask yourself is, what issues are important to you? What qualities do you want in a leader? And which candidate priorities align with your own values? And then when you start asking yourself those questions, you can then go to vote411.org to see if those candidates have answered those questions that are provided on that website. And then, of course, visit their social media pages, see what they have said about what they want to do or what they stand for. And then, of course, sort it out. Which candidates' priorities and views on the role best match your own views? This role is going to have a huge responsibility to propose a budget to the governor. So how do they envision that budget? Where do they want to spend their money? Who seems the most prepared for the job? And who has the leadership qualities that you're looking for? And again, early voting is already happening for that. And you can use myvote.wisconsin.gov to confirm your voting place and to also see what's going to be on your ballot and get the names of the people. And as always, reach out to SOC if you have any questions. We are here to answer any questions, and we'll definitely be highlighting the other positions that will be on the ballot in April in the coming weeks. I'll be back with you another day, and definitely start planning to vote for February 16th.
Thank you, Gabe, for that information, especially on the Superintendent of Public Instruction and their duties. That's some information that I personally didn't know much about, so thank you for that. So next up, we're going to bring on Marlene for a coronavirus update. 1 second while we get that loaded for you all. In the meantime, please feel free to comment on our comment section. I see that Carlos commented such an amazing information about Black history. Thank you for sharing, Jasmine and Isaiah. Thank you, Carlos, for that comment. And yeah, thank you to Isaiah and Jasmine for doing such a great job with their presentations. Also, I see Juan here is saying hi to us. Hi, Juan. Thank you for tuning in. So in the meantime, we'll play the promo video with Marisol.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take a quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.
So again, in the comments section, you will find the link to our surveys. Please go on that so that you can fill it out and let us know your input, what you think of our forum so far, or any suggestions that you have for us. We're more than willing to listen to you and make any adjustments as needed. Next up, I will have Travis on with a live update for our SOC feature. Hey, Travis, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so I already loaded some links in the comment section from Milwaukee.gov, which is a city website, and you can pretty much find anything on there. There's also the winter parking regulations, stuff like that, so you can find out more information. Garbage is going to be halted probably most likely for another day or so, but later on this week and whatnot, you'll start seeing them getting back on schedule. I did see some recycling trucks out there today, so maybe your recycling got picked up, so that'd be good. It's still getting dark out early, so if you see any street lights out, please call it in. You can go to that same website and get the information. Also, it's 414-286-CITY. And then also, the parking regulations, they're out there plowing. I've been seeing salt trucks and plow trucks outside all day, trying to catch up and get things moving, especially on the side streets. So hopefully they'll get to your block if it hasn't gotten to already in the next couple of days. So yeah, and there's looking to be some extremely cold weather later on this week from what I'm seeing. So if you haven't shoveled or salted yet, I think you should be it's a good recommendation to get out there and get it done the next couple of days, today or tomorrow, because I believe once Thursday hits, it's going to be cold for a while, a couple of days, real low temperatures. So if it's something that you haven't done already, you might want to check into it if you're physically able to. Other than that, both D2 and D6 police departments have their crime and safeties on their Facebooks that already happened for the month of January, so you can check them out for any updates. It's a good tool to click on, both of them, the D2 and D6 Facebook, so you can get updates, and they put stuff like the snow emergencies and the parking and stuff like that on there also. So and any crime updates. So it's just a good source of information. Also, if there's anything that you observe, please call it in so they can address those situations. So I think that's pretty much it. Just drive slow. I was on the road today, and they're flowing pretty good, so just be safe.
Thank you, Travis. Next up, we'll have Marlene with the COVID update.
So a couple of places you can get your COVID-19 vaccine. You can get it at Meijer. You can get it at local pharmacies such as Walgreens. You can get it at your physician's office, and you can do that by asking him about getting the COVID-19 vaccine and when he can have it available for you, he or she can have it available for you. And then you can also get it at the Milwaukee Public Health Department. And lastly, you can get it at, you can get more information about it and register for it at 211. So by calling 211, you can do that information. You can register for it that way. So let me just show you exactly the sites that I have open that you can use to register for your COVID-19 vaccine through the Milwaukee Public Health Department. So this website is called healthymke.com. You will go onto this website and then you will go to sign up for alerts below. And what you're going to do is where it says phase 1A individuals requesting vaccination services, you're going to click sign up, right? And then that is going to take you to a registration page where you can register here and sign up as an individual to get the COVID-19 vaccine if you are under the phase 1A population. So you can do that, and then someone from the Milwaukee Public Health Department will be in contact with you. Again, remember, you might be waitlisted, okay? And then the second website I want to show you is where you can register through Meijer. So you can register to get your flu COVID-19 vaccines at Meijer, but also if you go down, you can register vaccines at Meijer, but also if you go down, you can register
So it seems like we're having some technical difficulties. We'll just continue with our forum. I'll see if I can play it perhaps. 1 second.
this will be way easier. I need to just share my screen and then I can show you where you can go to register on Meijer's. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to clinic.meijer.com. You're gonna register to get your free COVID-19 vaccination. You do that when you click here. So it's a section that says complete the pre-registration for the COVID-19 vaccine at Meijer. So what you are going to do is
so then you're gonna go down and then
this
here
registration
explains everything
section
for
here
you.
in red, and then essentially how Meijer has it laid out is when you have when they have vaccines available, Meijer will text an invite link to you with the available.
We'll just continue with our forum. Sorry about that. So we'll continue to the next section of our forum. All the links that Marlene was mentioning, however, are on our website. and on the comments to get registered. We have the one for mayor here, and then we'll put the other ones in as well. So next up, it's our reminder. So I'll just remind you guys what's going on for the rest of the week. So again, tomorrow is our Spanish day, and we'll have Michelle Crame, the Director of Marketing and Business Development at Menominee Valley Partners. Thursday, we'll have Claire Evers, the Deputy Commissioner of Environmental Health from the Public Health Department. And then Friday is our Community Organizing and Leadership Day. So thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to see you for the rest of the week at 3 o'clock, especially on Tuesdays, that we'll have our youth presenting for Black History Month, the Tuesdays coming up until the end of February. So thank you all, and then I'll leave you with the founder and partner thank yous.
Hello, SOC viewers. My name is Marlene Zahran, and I'm the SOC Forum Coordinator and the SOC COVID-19 Project Coordinator. We would like to thank everyone for supporting our 3 o'clock with SOC live show and for completing our SOC survey, in addition to thanking our residents for tuning in and sharing our show. We would like to also thank the following sponsors: Wisconsin Voices, Community Development Block Grants, Neo-Philanthropy State Infrastructure Fund, Movement Voter Project, Catholic Campaign for Human Development, Zilber Foundation, City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention, Tides Foundation, Employ Milwaukee, and all the faithful individuals who support SOC through their personal donations. Thank you so much.